So good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to a Premier League video, and this time it's an end of season Premier League video. The season is completely finished. As you can see, the Banter Club finished above Sheffield United in 8th, sandwiched in between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Sheffield United. Yeah, how's 8th? It's going well, isn't it? Liverpool, obviously they won their final game of the season, despite dropping their front three for that game as well. Van Dijk equalised, and then they just went on and kicked on after that. But the stories from yesterday really were that Man United sealed their top 4 spot, which is kind of ironic, really, considering that when we sacked Unai Emery, they were below us on goal difference. They were actually, I think, about 11th, 12th, something like that. Tottenham, they also finished above us, despite when we sacked Emery again, them being 14th. And it was only a couple of weeks ago that they were below us, before we played them, I think it was, which they then decided to beat us, and then kicked on ever since. And since Arsenal admin tweeted out beating Sheffield United isn't for everyone, they've just kicked on and finished above us. Leicester City missed out. They fully capitulated. I think they've only taken about 14 points out of the last God knows how many. It's ridiculous, the capitulation in the second half of the season for them. And obviously Chelsea beating Wolverhampton Wanderers secured them in the top 4 as well. And we've got them in the cup final this weekend. We better play better than we did yesterday, otherwise we're going to be in big trouble. And I think that when you look at the finishing of that table, I mean, Liverpool are head and shoulders above everyone, isn't they? I mean, it's just ridiculous. 99 points. 99 points. 18 points clear of Man City. And like I've said many times, Arsenal's biggest wins this season have been other teams' losses. Watford beat Liverpool. They've stopped them being invincible. Who genuinely cares? Real talk. They've been superb this season. They've been superb for the last 2 seasons. And Man City, despite scoring over 100 goals, couldn't get near them. Genuinely just couldn't get near them. Look how many games Man City have lost. 9 games. That's pretty poor for Man City, especially with the squad available to Pep. And Man United, their season changed the moment they signed Bruno Fernandes. You know, it's all well and good everyone saying, oh, they got all these penalties. Why do they get so many penalties? Well, my friends, they get so many penalties because they're always attacking. Something that Arsenal need to take a leaf out of their book, because we don't tend to attack. We tend to salvage a point or lose points after we go 1-0 up. And Man United, since Bruno's come in there, they have been pretty decent, haven't they? They've been flying up the table. I think they've only lost 1 game since Bruno came in January, and that was the cup game against Chelsea the other week. So they've had a wicked second half of the season. And I don't understand why Arsenal fans are sitting laughing at Man United, because I'm quite sure you'd like to finish 3rd in the table, not 8th. And I know I wouldn't want to be 8th. If it ain't 1st, it's not something to be getting giddy about. But for Man United to be below us in December, or November, sorry, when Unai Emery got sacked, for them to have a massive turnaround like they did, you've got to say fair play to them, haven't you, really? Chelsea, Frank Lampard's first season, qualified them for Champions League, and they've had a bit of a weird season. I mean, look how many games they've lost. They've lost 12 games. They've had a bit of a weird one. One week they look superb. The next week they look rubbish. I remember them losing to Bournemouth, and I was like, really? Bournemouth? Which leads me on nicely to the bottom half of the table. Burnley have had a good season. They've not done bad, have they? Southampton, they redeemed themselves after the 9-0. Everton, what happened to them? Maybe Carlo Ancelotti is washed up after all. Who knows? Graham Potter, my doppelganger, staying well up in the end. Good turnaround from him. 7 points they stayed up by. West Ham as well. Pulled it out the bag towards the back end of the season. And Aston Villa, fair play to Aston Villa, because I'll tell you something now, it was only a couple of weeks ago that we were looking at it thinking, right, Aston Villa are doomed. They're going to go. And Jack Grealish FC is the truth, isn't he? He is single-handedly kept him in the Premier League. He's been absolutely fantastic since we come back out of lockdown. And do you know what? After all the stuff that he did during lockdown, he had to come back out flying, because otherwise he would have got a lot of criticism. So fair play to him. Eddie Howe, finally, that club have been relegated. Finally, they've gone. And can we have Nathan Aki, please? Because that's the only one I'll take out of their team. And Troy Deeney, with his cojones or lack of them, couldn't quite keep Watford in the Premier League. And I thought it was a bit of a weird one that they sacked Nigel Pearson, because when he came in, they were sat bottom of the table in December. He got them up to 17th, and then they sacked him, and now they finished 19th. So Nigel Pearson's probably sitting there with a little wry smile, going, well, I got you out the bottom three, you've sacked me, and now you're relegated. And it'd be interesting to see what happens with Watford, because they've got some players there, like Decore, that I would take at Arsenal. I think he's a good player. And same with Norwich. They've got some players that I think are pretty decent. Max Aarons is obviously the standout one. Buendia, another good player. And then they've got the B-Tech Griezmann, Todd Cantwell. All three of them could walk into teams in the middle or higher up of that Premier League. I think all three of them are quality players. And same with Decore. I think Decore is exactly what Arsenal need in midfield. They need a tall, quick, and he is kind of quick, guy that gets stuck in midfield. But not only that, when he gets the ball, he can go past people. And when he's in full flow, he's a joy to watch. I like Decore. I think he's exactly what Arsenal need. We see, seen it all season. He's been pretty decent in a poor team. Same goes for Nathan Aki. I'd take him. I'd take David Brooks as well. I think he's good. Ryan Fraser's available on a free. And then Aston Villa. What's going to happen with Jack Grealish now? I don't know. Tyrone Mings is another one, a very good player. And McGinn, John McGinn, I think he's a good player as well. So if you look at them four teams that finish bottom, they've got 6, 7, 8 players between them, maybe a few more that you guys might add in, that are actually very good and should be playing at a higher level. But fair play to Aston Villa. I really wanted them to stay up yesterday, because they're a massive football club. None of this Bournemouth. Yeah, they are huge. And I'm glad they've stayed up. And a proper old school football club. And I'm glad they're in the Premier League next season. Obviously, Leeds United and West Brom are joining them. Again, another big club in Leeds United, so fair play to them. I will be doing a watch-along for the playoffs Wednesday night and Thursday night, so make sure you come and join in on that. Then at the weekend, obviously, Arsenal are in action again in the FA Cup final against Chelsea. And that's not going to be easy. That is really not going to be easy, because the way Arsenal played yesterday, if we do that in the cup final, it's pants down time. It's literally going to be 4 or 5. Olivier Giroud up against Agent Louise, who's given away more penalties in the Premier League than anyone in a single season, up against Giroud, who's banging form at the moment. He's been pinging goals in. And yeah, I'm kind of nervous for that, but it is going to be an interesting game. We've got a whole week of build up for that one. So yeah, come join in on that. Also, I'd like it if you could download HOTMIC. That would be great. We're a couple away from 900 people on that app now. And on the watch-alongs, you can sync your TV up to my stream, which is really good. You'll be banging time. It'll tell you how far ahead you are or whatever, and you can pause it, sync it all up, and you'll be banging time. So that when I'm commentating on it, it'll be live real time with what you're watching on your TV. There's a chat room on there as well. And also a share option as well. So you can get involved. I can read all your comments out and stuff like that. So make sure you go and check that out. Don't forget as well, later on this evening, about 6:30, I will be doing Arsenal player ratings for the season. So make sure you come and check out that one. And if you're a bit of a snowflake and you get offended very easily, I'd suggest not bothering, because I'm not biased. I'm not going to be sitting there giving out high marks like sweets, because half of this squad don't deserve anything. There's only a handful of players that deserve proper marks this season. So I'll be giving them the proper marks, and I'll be downgrading all the ones that have played crap, which is a lot of this squad. We'll rate Unai Emery, we'll rate Mikel Arteta, we'll even throw in Freddie Ljungberg as well. Why not? So all have a wonderful afternoon, whatever it is you're doing. I'm going to go and have some grub, chill out by the pool for a couple of hours, and then I'll be back again about 6:30. and then again 9 o'clock. So make sure you come and check it out. Leave all your thoughts and comments down below about Man United's end to the season. Chelsea with the cup final coming up. What about Leicester? Full capitulation mode in the back half of the season. And yeah, and then let me know about the bottom half as well, with Bournemouth, with Norwich, Aston Villa, and obviously Watford as well. What players would you take from them teams? Leave it all in the comment section down below, and I'll be back about 6:30. Laters, peeps.